Hi everybody, it's me, Dennis Woodruff, and welcome to the Dennis Woodruff Show. Let's have some fun. What's your name?
Aleck.
Aleck what?
Grishkevich.
And you're on the Dennis Woodruff Show. And we're out here in Malibu today, and I want to ask you a question for the show. And
sure.
Your name is Aleck.
Yes.
How do you spell that?
A-L-E-C-K.
That's an interesting name.
Yeah, it was my whoops. I gotta take this call.
Take that call, and then we'll get back.
Okay, can you hold the door?
Just a second. You took that phone call. I hope it worked out all right.
Oh, it did, yeah.
Aleck, what do you do for a living, by the way?
I'm in movie finance.
Really?
Like everybody else up here.
I understand. I just got a distribution deal is pending right now on a 10-box set of my movies. Worldwide distribution deal.
Oh, boy. Well, congratulations.
I probably shouldn't even be talking about it. I'm really excited about it. So let's get back to the question I have for you today, sir, is what's the greatest adventure you've ever been on in your life?
Oh boy, I've been on a couple. One I'm doing right now, the movie finance I'm doing right now, is a great adventure. Years ago, I was out here in '79 and '80, and in '81 I lived on a sailboat in San Pedro, and kind of on a lark, a group of us sailed the South Pacific. We went out to Hawaii, the Marquesas, and New Zealand. I don't know if I'd do that again.
Were you scared? I'd be kind of scared.
No, because I was young. Now I'm scared.
When the waves start getting 20 feet and you feel like you're going to sink. It was like that movie, The Perfect Storm. Yeah. Was it like that?
That wasn't that bad. But, I mean, we didn't, you don't assess the risk the same way.
I think you had another story to tell me. Was there another adventure? Because some people have more than one. Is there another?
Well, this is what I'm doing now with this movie financing. We're kind of doing a new way of movie financing, and it should change a lot of things in the movie industry. That's an adventure.
Well, let me say something. I'm Dennis Woodruff, and I made about 15 movies, and people say I have a very unique style. I'm on Sony's website, crackle.com, American Dreamers.
I'll take a look at it.
And I want to ask you, what are you looking for in films? Because there's a lot of people watching this that are aspiring filmmakers.
Well, I just finance them. But,
okay, well, let me ask you a question. What kind of scripts would you look for?
Well, I don't look. The studios bring the financing to me, so I'm a big John Ford fan. So.
Well, my dad was a cameraman for him.
Oh, really? What was his name?
Chuck Woodruff.
Oh, really? Oh, that's right. Yeah.
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 He's dead now.
Yeah.
In fact, he was alive, I wouldn't have to be doing this. Everything would be paid for.
And John Ford's heirs as well.
I want to ask you a question in general, too. This is very important to me. I don't have a business mind. I have a good lawyer, though. But I was wondering, I want to really say this sincerely. I've always felt that a lot of money is wasted at the top and it never filters through to the bottom. And I want to ask you, wouldn't you rather make 10 $1 million movies than $100 million movies?
That'd be better.
Like, why do people do that? Why do they throw the dice and blow $100 million?
Well, there's actually, my partner was written a book about this, Hollywood Economics. I mean, there is actually something called The Curse of the Superstar. And I mean, actually, the worst kind of movie you can make, although for some reason the studios don't know this, is an R-rated movie with an A-list star. They're most prone to losing money. Have
you ever heard of Dennis Woodruff? He drives around in a car with his name all over it.
Oh, no, I haven't.
Well, he's a funny guy. Let me ask you a question, too, because this is very interesting to a lot of people. Listen, you didn't get in this business to lose all your money, right? I mean,
I didn't. No.
You want to make money.
But it's a very easy business to lose money in, because most people don't understand. Even people in the business don't understand the actual way the money goes around in the business.
Well, I want to ask you a question. In the last 5 years, are you in the red or in the blue, as they say?
I'm doing well. I mean, our business attracts all kind of investment.
No, but I'm saying, okay, let's say do you have aspirations to be a billionaire?
Well, for me, that's the adventure. For me, the adventure is doing things. For me, the adventure is building a business, because once the business is successful, that's what I lose interest.
Yeah, that's the challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't. For me, it's in the doing. You make money. That's that's the gravy. But I don't go out and say I could make. I got involved in this just because I saw this book I mentioned, Hollywood Economics, on the bookshelf of the Barnes & Noble down in Santa Monica.
But you wouldn't be successful if you didn't know what you're doing, and you obviously have.
Yeah, well, people ask me that a lot. What the role of education is, and I don't know. It's hard to quantify. You have to. Like John Ford invented the. Essentially invented the American cinema out of his mind. He never went to film school. He didn't. He wasn't. But
yeah. I bet if he tried to make a comedy movie, he probably
did.
Did it do good? I didn't know.
Yeah. I remember back one time the Metropolitan Opera asked him to direct an opera, and they wanted to direct some run-of-the-mill opera, and he wrote him like a really long letter about what opera he would really direct and how he would do it. He was a polymath. He was just a really curious guy, but he wasn't educated. I mean, he wasn't educated in the university sense. And
let me say something about myself. I've made over 20 movies now, and I have a very unique style of filmmaking, handheld. I move around. Yeah. People love my camera techniques, and I write, direct, produce, and star in my films. And I went up to AFI, and I met a lot of about 100 of these film students, and I'll tell you something. They think that they're going to spend $100,000 and come out of school and be the next Spielberg. And to tell you the truth, when I was a kid, I met Fellini through someone, a family friend.
Oh, really?
And I asked Fellini, I said, I really want to be a great filmmaker, Mr. Fellini. How do I do it? And he said, just go out and make as many films as you can.
Yeah.
I leave you with that.
Yeah, right? Well, Ford was asked the same question with them. How do you make films? And he said, with a camera.
Right.
So I mean, these kids come out of film school, and a lot of them don't know. A lot of them don't know anything about. They don't know Ford, or they don't know any of the great director. You ask them, what about The Searchers, or what about that, and they go, I don't know how you can do anything without knowing, where you're coming from.
Well, let me say one thing. I want you to go. You do your homework. I think you do. I want you to go home when you feel like it, and I want you to type in on the internet DennisWoodruffShow.com and search my name and go on my site and see some trailers of my movies.
I'll do that.
And then see if you're inspired by my genius or my.
I'll take a look at it.
I'm a visionary filmmaker.
Well, if you want,
yeah, by the way,
one of your relations had something to do with John Ford, you must be good.
Well, not necessarily. I still had been working 25 years in Hollywood trying to prove myself, and now it's starting to take off. I want to ask you, if somebody wants to see some of your stuff, do you have a website that they can
yeah, well, it's my partner's website. It's ArthurDevaney.com.
How do you spell that?
A-R-T, I think it's A-R-T-H-U-R-D-E-V-A-N-E-Y. Excuse me, D-A-V-N-Y.
Well, I want to leave you with, well, here we are in Malibu, and this is where deals are made. And thanks for hanging out with me, sir.
Thank you.
It's been a real pleasure.